Hey guys, this is your host Eric. Today we are going to watch action genre movie called Callular. Spoilers ahead, turn on your subtitle, I greatly appreciate your support. Enjoy the video. Jessica Martin, a high school biology teacher, begins the film by talking about her son Ricky as she walks him to the school bus. When she returns home, unknown assailants enter through the back door, murder her house, kidnap her, and confine her in the attic of their safe house. To prevent her from contacting anyone, Ethan, the gang leader, smashes the only telephone in the attic. She has no idea who or what the kidnappers are. She pieces together the broken phone in order to make a random connection. She eventually reaches Ryan's cell phone, which has just been dumped by his girlfriend for being to her. He takes it as a joke, but Jessica convinces him to go to the police station. Officer Mooney directs him to the fourth-floor detectives. In the stairwell, he begins to lose signal and must turn back to avoid losing the connection. Meanwhile, Ethan returns to the safe house and inquires of Jessica about something she is unaware of. When Jessica says she doesn't know, he tells her that he is going to get her son Ryan, who overhears them and realizes the gravity of the situation. After Ethan has left, she instructs Ryan to arrive at her son's school before they do. Unfortunately, he is too late, and her son Ricky is kidnapped, and he quickly pursues them by stealing a car owned by a school security officer because the battery on his cell phone is dying. After being redirected from counter to counter, he drives to a shop for a charger. He holds up the store at gunpoint with a gun from a security vehicle. Meanwhile, Sergeant Mooney decides to investigate the kidnapping claim he received. He uses the Department of Motor Vehicles records to find Jessica's address. But when he arrives, a woman greets him and tells him that she is Jessica and that everything is fine. He leaves, believing it to be a false alarm. Dana Babak, the kid's accomplice, is revealed to be the woman. Ethan returns to the safe house and asks Jessica for the location of the left field, where her husband Craig was last seen. Ethan then demonstrates Ricky's confinement in the garage and threatens to kill him if Jessica does not explain what this information means to him. She informs him that left field is a bar in the Los Angeles International Airport. As he walks away, she informs Ryan that they have gone to find her husband. A cross-connection between phone lines suddenly threatens the carrier signal. A lawyer's conversation with his mother is cut off. Ryan is able to locate the lawyer and steal his car and phone because his phone is no longer connected to Jessica's and the security car was recently destroyed by an oncoming vehicle. I apologize. She tells him to go to Lax and look for her husband there. He tries to thwart the kidnappers by planting the security firearm in one of their bags as they pass through security. However, when apprehended, they reveal that they are cops. This makes Ryan and Jessica realize that Ethan and his gang are dirty cops. Ryan then comes across a man who appears to match Jessica's description of her husband Craig. However, the mistaken identity allows the kidnappers to apprehend Craig. When he leaves the airport, he discovers that the lawyer's car has been impounded. Meanwhile, a series of bizarre incidents have made headlines, including one about a gunman who stole a mobile charger and overpaid for it, and an interview with a lawyer who claims his car was stolen by a man who claimed it was to rescue a woman named Jessica Martin. Mooney notices the news and recognizes Ryan. He calls Jessica's house and receives a voicemail, but this time he notices that Jessica's voice on the answering machine sounds nothing like the accident, the woman who claimed to speak for her. Craig is recruited into the Atten force to locate a videotape. He tells them that it is in his safe deposit box at Centurion Bank, but that they need him to retrieve it before they leave. Jessica acts a little fanatical in order to secretly inform Craig that he will have assistance at the bank. Ethan and his friends, Dimitri and Desen, accompany Craig, while another kidnapper remains behind. Ryan also makes it to the bank. The kidnappers recover the video camera, but Ryan knocks Dimitri down, grabs the camera, and flees to the roof alone. However, after failing to take Craig with him, he drops the lawyer's cell phone off the roof, smashing it into pieces. He escapes in a taxi cab, telling the driver to take him to the LAPD auto and pound in the cab. He examines them. He notices that when Craig was filming houses for his realtor job, he inadvertently captured Los Angeles Police Department detectives Ethan, Mad Dog, Dimitri Maybach, D, and Jack Tanner, a friend of Mooney, robbing and murdering drug dealers, which is a good thing Ryan left the police station when he did, as the detective Mooney was sending him to was in fact. After dropping off his car at the impound lot and sneaking in while a receptionist is distracted by the lawyer's attempt to get his car back without paying a fee, Ryan steals the lawyer's car once more in order to retrieve his own cell phone. We're relieved that Jessica's phone call is still on hold. When Mooney returns to the Martin home, Beek shoots at him, injuring him. He retaliates and murders her, only to discover that she, too, was a cop. Meanwhile, Mad Dog comes across the phone line. Jessica is using the phone from downstairs, and she is forced to kill him by cutting his racial artery before he can kill her, causing him to bleed out in seconds. She tries to flee with her son, but Ethan comes back with Craig as a hostage and stops her. He's annoyed by her curiosity about who that kid at the bank was. Before Ethan can do anything, Ryan contacts him via his cell phone's memory and offers him the videotape in exchange for the Martin family. Tanner convinces Mooney to postpone his trip to the hospital for stitches so that he can identify Ryan, whom Mooney still believes is a prime suspect. The transaction takes place at the Santa Monica Pier. Ryan tries to handle things his way in this situation. However, his ex-girlfriend accidentally exposes him, allowing Mooney to identify him. Tanner takes Ryan to Ethan while Tori helps Mooney get needed medical attention. Tanner radios the order to kill the Martins after Ethan destroys the video recording, although the D in the van advises them to wait until they arrive at the safe house. Mooney, on the other hand, is listening to the radio transmission from Dimitri's radio and realizes that Tanner is one of the kids. Ryan flees after being distracted by his friend Chad, while Dimitri attempts to kill Mooney but is overpowered and handcuffed by Mooney. Tanner and Ethan confront Ryan in a boathouse, and Ryan knocks Tanner down with a surfboard. Ethan, on the other hand, beats him up with his superior fighting abilities until Mooney intervenes. After a brief cat-and-mouse game, Ryan notices that Ethan has circled behind Mooney and assists Mooney by dialing Ethan's cell phone, revealing that Ryan's phone was not water damaged. The Ring of Swords discovers Ethan's hiding place after jumping into the river, and Mooney promptly shoots him dead. Ethan looks perplexed as he falls. Then look at Ryan's cell phone, the weapon that killed him just before he died. During this time, Jessica strangles Deesen with her handcuff chain from the back of their van. Then release your husband and son. But Deesen is stunned and points his gun at them. Then Ryan comes in and smashes him around until he's unconscious, while Ryan and Mooney are receiving treatment from. Tanner is also revealed because Ryan copied the video camera recording onto his cell phone, and the Martins are set free. Jessica finally meets the man who risked his life to save her and her family. Ryan jokes that she should never call him again, and they all laugh. We really appreciate you watching. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel with the notification bell because it is really important for us. Thank you.